Hi, what's up, guys? It is Anita Serene. I swear my hair is doing something crazy. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I read tarot and talk about the law of attraction and also astrology. In today's psychic reading, we are going to be discovering, my nose just got really itchy. We're going to be discovering what you can expect in the month of September for love, career, as well as money using the tarot cards and my intuition. Now, I do want to let you guys know that if you subscribe to my YouTube memberships, it's $4.99 or $5.99 a month. I post a zodiac prediction videos on there if you want to join the membership here on my channel. And I love those because I can go live and interact with you. And also, if my readings always resonate with you, I also have a Patreon page where I post 4 extra psychic readings a month that are in a pick a card format. And it's just designed to help give you guidance in life. So far, I have a pick a card up on there about what Mercury retrograde is going to bring you. You know it's Mercury retrograde because I'm stuttering and I can't seem to finish a sentence. So yeah, and I also have a pick a card on there about what your natural talents and abilities are. If you have any of those questions, then you can get those questions answered on my Patreon. So yeah, the links to do all of that is down below in the pinned comment and description. But let's get to the September reading where we're going to look over the options. So guys, these are your 3 options. And what I need you to do is I need you to pick one of the 3 options with your intuition. And then once you pick an option, you can fast forward to the timestamps I provide in the pinned comment as well as the description. Click the timestamp next to your chosen option and it will take you right to your September psychic reading. Feel free to take as long as you need to meditate on the cards. Pause the video if you need to. What I like to do is I like to use a random number picker because I have decision paralysis and I don't like making decisions. So I just go on Google, type in random number generator, generate a number between 1 to 3. Bam, you have your answer. Timestamps are in the pinned comment and description. All you have to do is click the timestamp next to your chosen option and it will take you right to your psychic reading. So guys, we are about to get started. If you need more time to meditate on the options, then pause the video if you need to. But once again, the timestamps are down below. I will see you at your September psychic prediction for love, career, as well as money. For all of my friends here on this video who chose group number 1 or this group right here, this is going to be a reading about what you can expect this September. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start out the reading with how your August was, because if I can read your August right, then you know that the things I'm saying in September that are coming for you are going to be accurate. So how was your August? Let's see, group number 1. What was that like? You guys were super social in August, like super social. You were making connections. You were collaborating. You were making friends. You were constantly messaging people, talking to people on the phone, networking with people, that kind of energy. And I think this was for work. This was for work. You were networking and making friends for work, or you were trying to challenge yourself to talk to new people, because some of you guys, you're like, you know what, I need to get better with socializing. So you challenged yourself and actually socialized in the month of August. With the Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like some of you felt kind of rejected by certain people, or you felt awkward, socially awkward or socially rejected, or you felt like you were dealing with some immature people. That's another message I got. So that was your overall summary for August. So how is your September going to be in comparison? That's what I want to know. So group number 1, what is their overall summary for September? What is it going to be like? You guys are going to be just as social, let me tell you. I see your phone blowing up. I see you socializing a lot more than you normally would. And the amount of socializing you're doing is not stopping in September. I see like specifically a lot of messages and a lot of calls coming in for you. But the difference is this month, I think that you're going to be feeling a lot better about your social skills, as I see with the King of Cups. So yes, you're socializing just as much, but last month it was like the Page of Cups in reverse, so you were feeling awkward. But now with the King of Cups upright, you're finally connecting with the right people who are on your level. And not only that, you're feeling a lot better about yourself socially because you have more experience and you feel like you're doing a better job socially. Okay. I also see you guys spending a lot of time in the car, taking a lot of trips in the car as well. And I also see that you guys are going to be feeling a lot more confident about yourself, your talents, and your abilities. And, maybe last month you were feeling a little not confident or competent, but this month you're feeling very competent and confident in your abilities and talents. I think that you guys are going to be very cautious when it comes to spending money in the month of September. Like you're going to be a lot better at managing your money wisely. As I see with the caution card and the card of money manager, I think that you're keeping track of your expenses better and you are just managing your money better and not being so reckless with your money in September as well and saving more money too. I definitely see that. Okay, so I kind of want to see, guys, what your talents and skills are, because I do feel like a lot of you guys in the month of September, you're going to be feeling a lot more competent and confident when it comes to your natural abilities and skills. A lot of you guys, you have a skill for socializing and making connections and getting people to like you. You guys might not necessarily be the star of the show, but you're going to be friends with the star of the show. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people take that gift, it's not as celebrated in society because we normally focus on the stars, but you guys are like the friends that are close friends with the stars, close friends with the athletes. You can make friends with anybody, and this is your gift. And I think that the things that were happening for you in August and September were just growing your gift of connecting with other people and being someone who everyone seems to like. That's your natural talent. And I think God was growing that talent in you in August and September. You're starting to realize, wow, I do have a knack for this. People seem to really like me and I seem to be able to make friends with anybody and connect with anybody. And you're feeling more confident in that gift. You know what I mean? And I just heard the message everything you were going through in August was guys, it's Mercury retrograde, and you can tell because I cannot formulate a sentence. I sound like Dumb and Dumber, but that's okay. It's everything you were going through in September was to grow this gift you have of making connections and making connections with the right people and learning how to socialize, because this is a big part of your journey in life. It's a big step in your journey in life and a very necessary step for your destiny is learning how to be good with people. Okay, I think that you guys are people who you feel very alone a lot of the time, so you don't want other people to feel alone. And I think that's one of the reasons why you have this amazing skill of making people feel included. Okay, so let's see how the kind of people that you're attracting to you in September, because I see that you guys are going to be super popular. So one, we're going to see the kind of people you attract to you friendships wise, the kind of people that want to be your friend. And then we're going to go into the kind of people that you attract romantically. And Yeah, the kind of people you attract romantically. So let's start out with the kind of people you attract as friends. What kind of people like you as a friend? Like they just really vibe with you. Oh my gosh, group number 1, femme fatale. The people that are your fans, the people that are your supporters, the people that really mess with you. I'm not talking about like your friends who are low-key haters or your friends that are actually secretly jealous of you. I mean like people who are your secret supporters, like people who support you secretly behind the scenes. And you guys do have that, believe it or not. There are like some people, I just saw 222. There are some people that like, I mean, I know as a creator, I watch a lot of YouTubers, but I would never tell them I watch them, but I like secretly support them and I pray for them. And and I'm sure as a viewer, you probably feel like that about me, some of you. And you just have those people in your life that you know from a distance or a friend of a friend, and you low key support them and you wish them the best and you just send them good vibes. I think you have people like that towards you. And if you want to know who your secret supporters are, or people who really actually like you, like not just fake like you, but really like you, look out for like the really sexy, ultra feminine women. Women that, they would be considered the 9s or 10s in society, like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, like a Megan Fox type, women that have that Marilyn Monroe edge, women that are considered very conventionally beautiful in their face, in their body. They have black cat energy. They are people that are considered very sexy and desirable. They might even be models, or they may be actresses, or they might have OnlyFriends, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like, these are your secret supporters. These are the people that really mess with you and really like you. Okay, these are the people that are your friends. So friend-wise, you seem to attract women, like specifically women, who are very sexy, very seductive. They know how to do their makeup in a sexy, seductive way. They might embody dark feminine energy. They might have a really like hot body. They might have like this Marilyn Monroe glamour to them. Those are the people that you attract as friends, okay? So let's see what kind of people you attract romantically, group number 1, because I'm seeing you are attracting a lot of people because this is your natural gift. You're a mediator. You're going to be friends with everybody. Like, the connections you make, you can connect people. You know what I mean? Okay. Being likable is a spiritual gift, guys. Like, not everybody has that, okay? Like, I know, because I'm one of those people where for the first 28 years of my life, my personality was so freaking dislikable. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had to like take a course and train. So if you guys have this like gift of just being naturally likable, see it as a natural talent, guys, that not everyone has. And I think God was developing this talent in you in August and September. You're going to be like, yeah, I got this in the bag. I really am a good networker. Like, people really do take to me. So the people that you are attracting romantically in the month of August, these are people that have like muscles. Like, I just feel, guys, like you attract a lot of people, or like the person that's most attracted to you in August, I'm being shown that they have like muscles. Like, they clearly go to the gym. They clearly work out. If this is a woman, like if you guys are into women, this woman, like, she's really into the gym. She's really into weightlifting. She has like muscles. And if you're into men, the men that you attract like clearly lift weights. They clearly go to the gym. They're very physically active. They might even be more on the buff side. Like, you don't attract those skinny, scrawny men that look like the wind is about to blow them over. So if that's your type, I'm sorry. I'm actually hearing you might actually be attracting people who aren't necessarily your type with this dismiss card. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I'm seeing. And it kind of looks like you attract people romantically who... I'm seeing someone specifically who has like caramel skin. So they're definitely not white, but they're not necessarily 100% African American either. They might be mixed race or Hispanic or Hawaiian or Native American, because I just saw John Redcorn from King of the Hill. Like, who else loved King of the Hill growing up? And like I just saw John Redcorn. So I mean, if I don't know if like I can post him without getting copyrighted, but John Redcorn looks like this. So the person who is most interested in you romantically, if you're into women, looks like Pocahontas or looks like John Redcorn from King of the Hill. That's literally what I'm getting. And if you don't know anyone like this in your life, it might just be like no one's quite interested in you in September, or someone new who looks like this is coming into your life and they definitely like you romantically. Okay. So you attract people who are like caramel skinned, and they're also like I said, muscular, gym-like. I don't know, Pocahontas and John Redcorn. What else do you want me to say? Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So actually, guys, I had this really cool theme come up for you because I think that you guys are going to be socializing quite a lot. And so I wanted to know, who are your enemies? Let's reveal it, because with the amount that you're going to be socializing, with the amount of people you're meeting in September, with the amount of messaging and socializing you're doing, you need to know who your enemies are. So Holy Spirit, for group number 1, can you show me group number 1's enemies? Can you please show me group number 1's enemies, please? What are their enemies? Okay. Your enemies are the wannabe versions of your friends. Okay? So like, look here. Look here if you can, if you're not driving. If you're driving, then don't look. And I apologize about my nails. I know a lot of you don't care, don't notice, but your girl has been busy. Okay? Also, don't get gel nails. Get dip nails. Gel nails break so much faster. But anyway. So your friends are actually like 10s. They are women that are, you know, actually really attractive, really sexy. They are people that are highly desired in society. Your enemies are the wannabes of your friends. So the prostitute card represents your enemies. The femme fatale card represents your friends. So your enemies are going to be like the cheap, tacky version of the people who support you. Like, think about like a Megan Fox wannabe. Think about someone who tries to be this femme fatale, but they end up looking really cheap and prostitute-y instead. And like, the femme fatale is classy, sexy. It's like a Dita Von Teese. It's like a Megan Fox. It's like, just as some examples. But the prostitute is like trying to be the femme fatale, but they come off as tacky, cheap looking. They're almost wearing like, they almost are coming off like a streetwalker or a prostitute instead of sexy. If I can explain this better, I am trying to. It's Mercury retrograde, so try to be patient with me. Like, the femme fatale would wear some classy black stilettos with red bottoms. And then the prostitute, which is what is representing your enemies, would wear like stripper heels in public in the daytime with a sheen dress that is way too tight. And, you know, just like very trashy like things that... And I'm really not trying to insult anyone's style. It's just, you know, trashy is a style too. It's like it's a total style that's valid. But if you want to know who your enemies are, it might be like strippers, low-class prostitutes, people who dress like a streetwalker or dress like a stripper. They might wear like really tacky things that try way too hard to be sexy, but it kind of just comes off cheap and tacky. That's how your enemies look, and that's how they act. Okay, I got a way to explain this better because I was struggling for a second. So the card of the femme fatale represents your friends, like your secret supporters, people who really mess with you, okay, the hot ones. This is someone who's not necessarily like... They're seductive and sexy because of their character and their riz. I just used a Gen Z word. I'm a younger millennial. I'm allowed to use Gen Z words, but like their riz, okay? Their charisma is more seductive. Like, it's not that they're wearing a tight dress. It's not because they're wearing high heels. They're seductive because it's their character, it's their nature. They're very intelligent, and they use their intelligence to seduce psychologically. And they're also a lot more classy. They're not showing everything, and if they are showing something, if they do a boudoir photo shoot, it's very classy, very upscale. But in comparison, the prostitute, which is your hidden enemies, people who really don't like you irk these people. They're people who have more of a trashy style. Like, their aesthetic might actually be trailer park, and that's nothing wrong with it. Some people, they want a trashy style. Like, that's their aesthetic, and that's a valid, cool aesthetic. Nothing wrong with it. But if you want to know what your enemies look like, who your secret haters are, I'm telling you, they have a trashy trailer park ghetto style. And instead of using their mind and their character to seduce, they use their body, tight clothing. This might be the type that gets like insanely large BBL that doesn't look natural. It looks like a fake BBL, or like a tit job where it's not just to make it bigger. It's like a ridiculous amount of boobs to give them the triple Z effect. You know what I mean? Like, they have that like stripper, prostitute, porn star, maybe they go to the club a lot, that kind of look. Those are your hidden enemies. People who are not your friends. They will talk behind your back. They don't like you. Okay? I just wanted to add, group number 1, it's really interesting how you attract the attention of so many hot women. Like, even the prostitutes, even if they're a little cheap and tacky, they're still like considered hot to some men with their boobs and their butts and their super big blown up lips and like their super long lashes. Like, they're still considered attractive, right? But it's just interesting that both your friends and your enemies are considered highly attractive by society standards, or like very attractive or sexually charged. So I wonder what about your character is attracting so much attention from hot women. I mean, if you're a woman, I'm genuinely wondering. I think it's because you guys are likable. Like, you guys are genuinely funny. Like, I'm hearing group number 1, you guys are genuinely fucking funny. Like, you actually have a personality if you're a woman. You don't just float on your looks. Like, a lot of women just float on their looks, and they can because they're so freaking stunning. But group 1, even if you are stunning, I think what makes you so magnetic to women, even if you're a woman, is that you're actually funny. Like, you're funny, you have a good personality, you're warm, you're down to earth, you're chill, and these women almost like admire you, and they admire that like cool girl. You guys are the cool girl. That's what I really feel. And I know a lot of comedians make fun of the cool girl, but you're actually really cool. And if you're a guy, I think it's because you're funny. That's why you attract these really attractive women. Mercury retrograde is at it again. I did not record a goodbye, so here is my little goodbye. Goodbye, guys. See you in the next video. Hi, group number 2. For all of you who chose this option right here, this is going to be your September prediction. Let's go. So group 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you out first with a reading on how your August went. And if I accurately summed up your August, then you know that what I am saying is going to come to you in September is definitely accurate. Have I been saying group 1? Guys, it's Mercury retrograde. I meant group 2. Okay, so group 2 in August, I'm seeing that you were working hard as hell. Like, this August for you was a month of having a lot of responsibilities, having a lot to do. I just saw 777, so maybe that's your angel number. But it kind of just looks like you were a busy bee. You were working towards a goal, and you were very busy, and you were probably very stressed out by all of the work you had to get done. I'm just hearing August was a month of responsibilities. Let me see if I can get another clarifier on it. This was also a time when you were trying to get serious, get focused, get organized. Maybe some of you guys, your work required you to travel. Maybe in August, some of you even had travel delays where your car broke down or something happened that made you late or delayed your travel plans, car issues, electronic issues. I'm also hearing you were trying to be more focused, like you were trying to focus more on your task and get your thoughts organized. Maybe write more lists, follow a schedule, write more scripts. It kind of feels like it was just frustrating. Okay, with the Queen of Cups, though, this is definitely your energy coming out in August. I think that you were doing a really good job remaining cheerful and emotionally balanced despite how busy you were. Now, in comparison, what is your September going to be like, group number 2? Let's take a look at it. What is your September going to be like? Okay, group number 2, I see you making massive transformations to your health in September. September is going to be a little bit of a dramatic month for you. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just something that I'm seeing. And I think that in September, you're coming to this conclusion where you're ready to make some serious changes in your health. Like you're like, enough is enough. I need to quit smoking. Enough is enough. I need to quit drinking. Enough is enough. I need to stop being in this self-pitying energy with this 3 of Swords in reverse. And I need to start making positive changes in my life that are going to help with my anxiety and depression. So, it kind of just looks like you're having some health scares. And honestly, guys, what I'm seeing for you is that a lot of your health scares are just scares. I don't think the worst case scenario is going to happen to you. But just the fear alone of your health is causing you to make some serious changes to your health where, you're actually going to start eating healthy. You're actually going to incorporate the gym or yoga or some sort of healthy thing you don't want to do, but you have to do it to help with your anxiety or depression or something like that. This is also going to be a month, guys, where your routine is going to be changing up. Something about your routine, group number 2, is not working for you. You're just your routine and the things that you do daily, that is what makes your identity. And your identity manifests your reality. I think some of you are sick and tired of your old identity. You're sick and tired of the person you were. And you're ready to change your identity by changing your routines. And, this could be actually incorporating singing lessons, actually going to the gym every day, doing art every day, or whatever it is that you like to do every day to enforce your identity. This is also going to be a time where a lot of people are feeling very competitive with you, group number 2. I see that you're in a very competitive field. And let me tell you, you got a lot of evil eye on you, and people are very competitive with you and your budding talent because, guys, I think you have the potential to be someone very great. And I just feel like there's people in your work field that are feeling competitive with you and your potential. I don't think that you guys have reached your potential with this Page of Wands energy. It feels like you're a beginner at your passion. You guys have definitely found your passion, but I feel like you're a beginner at it. And the field that you're in is super, super, super competitive and catty is what I'm hearing, honestly. And I think you have a lot of evil eye on you. And this is probably a reading you're sick of hearing because you hear it quite a bit, but you do. And it's because in this passion of yours, you have the potential to be a master. You have the potential to be very great in this field. And I think people can see your potential, and even people who are seniors in your field, they can see your potential. So I'm just seeing a lot of competitive energy going on here with other people. Let's see the people that are competitive with you, group number 2. Let's see what they're like so we can call them out. The people that are competitive with you, they have tattoos, they have piercings, they're rebellious in some sort of nature. So if you want to know, well, who feels threatened by me? Who is competing with me, like Anita says? I'm being shown that they have an alternative way of dressing. They could be emo, they could be punk rock, they could have tattoos, they could have piercings, they could be people with colored hair, dyed hair, alternative fashion, that kind of sense. These people are competitive with you. Now, I want to see why they're competitive with you besides the what I saw before. They're competitive with you because you are blossoming into your full potential, guys. The butterfly card came up. The butterfly is a symbol of evolution. So whatever your talents are, you are growing in them. Whatever you are good at, you're getting better at it. You are glowing up, you're blossoming into that full potential. People are seeing it and people do not like it, not one little bit, because they feel very threatened by you. You are a worthy opponent, guys. That's what I'm seeing. Why else are people so threatened by you at this time? Why else are people so threatened by you? People are threatened by you because there are people that have been doing what you have been doing longer, and they are totally blocked. Meanwhile, they're watching you grow. They're watching opportunities open up for you. Group number 2, this is a very good sign that September is a month where opportunities and doorways are opening up for you in every way possible. And I think that the people who feel threatened or competitive with you are angry because they've been doing what you've been doing longer and they haven't been moving forward. They haven't been advancing. But for you, group number 2, you are going to be advancing abundantly in whatever your passion is. Because like I said, group 2, you are the pile that has found your passion. You are a beginner at it, but you are succeeding at it, and everyone can feel your potential. Everyone can see that you are blossoming, you are growing in that gift, you have a natural knack for it. Opportunities are opening up for you, and you make it look easy with that lavender card right there, because lavender is relaxed. So you guys make what you do look easy. And I think that people that have been doing it longer than you are pissed off that doorways and opportunities are opening up so fast for you. So this is a really good sign, guys. You might be in a competitive field. You might have a lot of people who are competitive with you, but just know it's a really good sign that, I don't like this energy. I don't like this energy because maybe a lot of you guys are kind of competitive yourself, honestly, but I personally do not like this energy for you. So, expect, guys, however your August went, your routine is going to be really different in September. It's going to be totally different than your August because your routine is changing. What you do daily is changing. So if you were doing one thing every day in August, that's changing in September where you're doing totally different things, whatever that means, okay? Now, I want to see for you guys, what kind of people are you attracting in love? Like, what kind of people are attracted to you in the month of September, group number 2? Who's attracted to you in September? What type? Oh my gosh, group 2, you want to know the people that are attracted to you? The artist, musicians, painters, creatives are attracted to you. I'm talking about, I'm getting this image of super skinny emo boys with tattoos who do art, who do music. Those people are attracted to you. If you're into women that have an artistic flair are very attracted to you, which means they listen to indie music. They have like very obscure taste in music. They draw, they're artsy, they're the Lana Del Rey type. If you're into women, that's the kind of women that are attracted to you. You also, not only do you attract like musicians and artists, like those are the people that are attracted to you sexually, you also attract super spiritual people, like people who are really into spirituality. they do, their job might surround spirituality. Their job might surround helping people through spiritual means, or people who are really into a religion or really into spiritual healing. Those are the kinds of people you attract to you romantically. So actually, group number 2, unlike group number 1, I think you're my pile who has more than one person who's really into them romantically. Like, I really get that for you guys. Let's see if there's any more people. You also attract healers, guys. Group number 2. People who like to heal other people through tarot cards, Reiki healing, ASMR, sound healing. You attract super spiritual people, group 2. Super spiritual people are attracted to you. Like people who wear crystals, people who heal with sound, people who have mandala tattoos, people who are into tarot cards and astrology and chanting and affirmations, or like they're really into Jesus, or they're really into some sort of spiritual religion to heal others. That's one type of person that's super attracted to you. But also another person that's attracted to you is like musicians, artists, Lana Del Rey types, or like skinny boys with tattoos, you know what I mean, with a guitar. That's the type that's attracted to you most. So group 2, let's see why these people are attracted to you in September. Why are they so attracted to you? I think it's because you make being sad look hot. Group 2, I just heard that. You make looking sad look hot and glamorous. Maybe group 2, you are like a Lana Del Rey type or a Morrissey type if you're a guy, or you're like that sad, brooding artist. Like you have like this sadness to you that feels spiritual, that's really attractive to people. Like Lana Del Rey, like that's the only example I can really think of, or like Morrissey, or like Kurt Cobain, how he was sad, but his sadness was kind of hot in a way. Or like Janis Joplin, you know, you're giving like 27 Club, sad, but like your sadness is hot. Maybe you guys are pretty when you cry. I don't know, guys. That's why these people are attracted to you. Okay. So that's so interesting, guys. You make sadness look hot. Maybe you guys smoke cigarettes. Maybe you wear black. Maybe you're really skinny. Maybe you like to do the living dead girl makeup. I don't know, like, but that's why these people are attracted to you, because I think romantically these healer types are attracted to you because they want to fix you. They want to get you out of the sadness. They want to heal you. They want to fix you. But I also feel like the artists are attracted to you because you act as their muse and they find you inspiring. So those are the people that are attracted to you, like romantically. Let's see how you are. So what I want to do, group number 2, is I want to see what your career and money is going to look like specifically in the month of September. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Let's see what your September. I think you guys are making some very big moves in your career, group 2. Like some really, really big moves that might be very risky. And I think that you're making it a point to move in silence. Like you're making some very big moves in your career behind the scenes. And you have gotten some really good advice to move in silence or not talk about your plans. And that is exactly what you're doing. Like you're making some big moves. You are making some big plans in your career. You're taking the necessary risks, but you're not telling anyone what you're doing. You are actively moving in silence. Like you're not telling anyone you're working on an album. You're not telling anyone you're working on some big project, but you are making some big moves that you're keeping hush hush is what I'm seeing. Let's see what the overall energy is for you. Oh, also guys, I was seeing for you, I did this for group number 1. I was seeing your job. Oh, actually, I already covered that. We already covered the rebel. Okay, so let's see how you're going to be feeling about your September, group number 2. Okay, I think a lot of you might be in September struggling with a little bit of sadness, anxiety, and grief. I just see that. I think this is going to be a really big month where you're doing shadow work, where you're like, I don't want to just pop a Valium. I don't want to just pop a Prozac. I don't want to just drink or eat my depression away. I want to get to the root of why I'm feeling anxious or the root of why I'm feeling depressed. And I want to heal the root cause of it. So I think a lot of you might be like trying to release your depression, trying to release your sadness by doing some really big shadow work or soul healing. And I think it might be like a darker month for you internally because with this victim card I got earlier, I do think you guys are struggling with sadness, but you make it look glamorous. You make it look hot. You just look like a brooding rock star if you're a guy, or if you're a girl, you're like the Lana Del Rey type. So even though you are going through sadness, you make it look glamorous. You make it look hot. But I also think that you're like, I need to be happier and I need to do the shadow work, the spiritual growth I need to do in order to release this sadness. And what I'm curious about is, why are you guys feeling sad? Like, why are you feeling anxious and miserable? Why? Guys, I just keep seeing your health. Your health might actually be struggling. Group 2, like, I'll give you guys an example. My life is boring. I know you don't give a shit, but it relates to you. Like, in order for me to not have a panic attack, in order for me to not be nauseous all the time, and in order for me to get out of bed, I have to not eat sugar. I have to drink like 3 million billion gallons of water. I have to take my thyroid medication. I have to work out daily. I have to do breathing exercises. I have to listen to Hertz frequency. Like, the amount of shit I have to do just to get out of my bed is honestly insane. Like, I honestly, it feels like I have a chronic illness, but I know it's coming from here because of how depressed and miserable I am unless I do all of these things. So I feel like, guys, like, maybe you guys are like 30 plus, because when you're 30, this is when your body becomes more picky. I feel like the reason why you're miserable is because you need to make some serious changes in your health. And I don't mean to get preachy. I just genuinely care about you. Even if you're watching me and you don't fuck with me, I still care about you, you know? And what I feel for you guys is, you might be approaching like your 30s and above. It might be time for you to really look at the nutrients in your food. It might be time for you to get a blood test, a thyroid test. It might be time for you to look at your hormones because, you know, I was feeling really tired. I got my hormones checked the other day. I have like 0 testosterone in my body. So that's why I have 0 motivation. And it happens when you get older. So I think, you know, a lot of you might be suffering emotionally and mentally because your health is off. And I don't think it's something dramatic like you have cancer or like a life or like a chronic disease. But if you do, I think it's something that could be fixed rather easily with nutrition, with diet, balancing out your hormones, exercising every day, and changing up your routine that really supports your health. Because I think the reason why you're suffering so much up here is your body. And I think you're realizing that in September, and you're making some serious health changes to... Guys, like, I can't even drink when I feel anxious, or I can't even drink espresso. Like, just as an example, espresso gives me a panic attack. I'm like on the bed, like hyperventilating, like, like literally that's me. And also, like, I can't even drink the anxiety away because when I drink now, I feel like shit for 3 days after. So it's like your old coping mechanisms, your old routines are no longer working. And I think you're starting to take your health seriously so you have more energy. That's what I'm getting. And I'm actually seeing an increase in your energy because you are taking your health more seriously in September. And this makes sense because Mars is going to be in Virgo in sidereal astrology, which is the sign of health. And I don't follow tropical astrology because, as you guys know, I think tropical astrology is like buying crystals from the Barnes and Noble, but it's okay. It's fine. If you follow tropical, I don't care. But in sidereal, the one I follow, Mars is going to be in Virgo. So this makes sense that you're really focusing on your health. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what blessings coming into your life in the month of September. Let's end on a positive note I want to know what blessings are coming into your life in September, group number 2. Okay. I saw this for group number 1 as well, with Saturn in the second house. I think that the hard work you're putting in to grow your finances is going to pay off, but it's going to come with a lot of hard work. I don't see easy money coming your way. I'm seeing lots of money is coming your way because you are putting in a lot of hard work, and the fruits of your labor are going to pay off. And also with Saturn in the second house, I think you're going to be a lot better at controlling your appetite, like a lot better at sticking to your diet, a lot better at not emotionally eating as well. And also a lot better at not blabbing your secrets and your business. Like, you're moving in silence, like for real. You're getting really good at keeping things private and keeping secrets as well. That's what I heard. But guys, I'm not going to lie to you. September doesn't really feel like a blessing month for you, because I think God's trying to get you to work hard and make the moves you need to make. But your hard work is going to be rewarded. Just put it that way. I think a lot of you are going to quit cigarettes or alcohol or some sort of destructive behavior, some sort of destructive habit in the month of September. Group number 2, you know what I honestly feel for you? I think your September, I'm not going to lie, is just, I think that August was like a lot of hard work for you. You're very hard workers. This is something I see in your energy. And I think that energy is really going to carry over to you into September, because I'm getting a lot of Saturn. So I think you guys have a dream or a goal, and you are set on making this a reality. And so you're putting in a lot of hard work, and you're being very disciplined, and you are working like a dog day in and day out. And I think that what your competitors don't see is just how disciplined you really are, and that's why you're getting ahead. And some of you guys, it might even be flip side, where you're older and you're seeing all these new younger people come into your field, and you might be like, how the hell am I supposed to compete with this? But I think what you don't see about yourself, group number 2, is that you are destined for success, and you are headed towards success with this Chariot card. It's like something that you can't avoid. This is in your energy. You're always going to be extremely successful. And the Chariot is actually the card of success, because you guys follow your passion and your joy. You don't let fear stop you. And because you're doing that, you're always going to be successful. And so keep on hard working. You guys are headed towards victory. Yeah, guys, whatever work you're putting in, you're headed towards a huge raise, a huge win, public recognition. Jupiter and Leo is the card of success. You guys are on the path to success. So keep working hard. Keep putting in those long nights. Keep saving. Keep taking those big risky moves. Keep doing the things that you need to do. But I'm just hearing your health and your routines are going to be changing completely. Like, the things that you do every day, you're not going to be doing every day in September, and you're going to be implementing some positive new things into your routine that you've never done before. That's just something I heard. So that's all the messages I had for you. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Hey, group number 3, what's up? It's me, Anita. How are you doing today? This is your September prediction, so welcome. We're going to go over love, career, as well as money. And the first thing we're going to do is, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, it's Mercury retrograde, so you know how it goes. But if you chose this group right here, group 3, this is your reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off the reading just kind of going over how your August went. And if that sounds accurate, then you know that what I'm saying for September is definitely for you. Okay, so let's take a look at it. What was happening for group number 3 in August? You were super busy at your job. Like, your mind, your thoughts were all on your life purpose, all on your career. Like this was something that was taking up most of your time. A lot of you, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. A lot of you, I feel like, are like social media influencers, or you're models, or you're really popular in some sort of sense, because we got the Queen of Wands representing your career in August. So some of you guys, you're killing it at your job. You are killing it at your job. You are doing a lot better than you think you are. And I'm just hearing like a lot of people at work might have been talking about you as well. So you were really shining in the workplace in the month of August. Okay, with the Ace of Coins in reverse, some of you might have felt like the money wasn't there though, like the money wasn't coming through. It's like, but where's the money? There might have been delays in your money in August as well, where you were like, oh my gosh, okay, who cares if I have all these views? I need money, for those of you guys who make money online. But it's kind of like you were like in your leadership position at your job. You're very much in alignment with your purpose, and you were killing it at your job. It's just the money wasn't there in August. All right. So let's see how your September is going to be different for you. Group number 3, how is your September going to be different? Okay, guys, I'm just going to say it. Money might be a little tight for you in September. Now, I think it's because some of you guys, you're releasing an old way to make money, or a way you make money is no longer serving you, and there's a better way for you to make money. So the old way you used to make money is like dying off, so a new way can come about that makes you more money with less effort, less work. So if you're like a little freaked out in September because your finances are just not where they need to be, do I think you're going to go without the Fool? No, I don't. I think you're one of those people. This is my card where you always land on your feet. You're a cat, group number 3. You have cat energy, which means you always land on your feet. You have 9 lives, and I actually see a new way for you to make money coming in for you. That's going to be more passive in nature. That's not going to require so much of your energy, and that's going to make you more money. So it kind of feels like you're in a transitional time when it comes to your finances, where the way you make money is changing for the better, but the change might be a little stressful. That's honestly what I'm getting. But I do see that in August, like whatever you're doing for a career, guys, it's where you shine. It uses your natural talents. It's where you are the best at. So keep pursuing whatever you are doing, because it's exactly where you need to be. Some of you guys, you are teachers, okay? You teach, your mentors. Nowadays teaching is a lot more glamorous than it was when I was growing up in the 90s and 2000s. Nowadays, a lot of YouTubers are actually teachers. They're influencers. So this is giving me like someone who teaches, who has the ability to influence younger people. And this is what you are meant to do for your life purpose and career. And this is where you shine. Okay? Now, let's see what's going on in your career in the month of September. And let's see if we can get any clarifiers on your money as well. There's going to be some surprise that happens for you in your career and money that's positive. I see that with the Uranus card and the surprise card. These are actually very similar cards, because Uranus is the planet of unexpected occurrences. It's the planet of surprises, and then the surprise card. So there's a synchronicity here. There's going to be some sort of unexpected new thing that happens for you at your job that's going to be a pleasant surprise. Let me see if I can get some clarifiers on what this is. We have silence over here. I don't feel like you're meant to know. I think it's meant to be a surprise, but let's do this. How are you going to feel about these new changes happening in your job? Venus and Aries, you're going to be celebrating, guys, because a new doorway is opening up for you in your career. Now, As you can see in what's depicted in this card, a doorway is actually opening up energetically in your 10th house of career. So if there has been blocks in your career, you feel like you haven't been advancing forward, even though you have been shining, I think a new opportunity is finally going to present itself to you. And also Venus and Aries in the traditional tarot, or the Four of Wands, is a card of celebrating. It's a card of celebration. It's kind of like when you get a raise. This card represents like when you get a raise and you go out to dinner and celebrate your raise, or you go out and have a party to celebrate your promotion. That's what I see. So whatever big surprise that's happening in your career, that's a new doorway that takes you by shock. You were not expecting it. Like, this is something I will say. You're not expecting it. It's going to take you by surprise, and it's going to be like a good surprise. This is happening in your career in the month of August. Let's see why this is happening. What are your gifts? Ooh, I see you are on the right path. Group number 3, don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Some of you might be like, am I on the wrong path? Did I make the wrong decisions in life? No, you didn't. You are exactly where you need to be, and you are walking the path of purpose, which is why you are shining so much when it comes to your life purpose. Let's see how you guys shine, group number 3. How does group number 3 shine? The Lover. Ooh, you guys are the Lover archetype. You guys shine because you genuinely care about others and love others, and you make them feel love, and you make them feel appreciated. Like, when people, it's not what you do, it's how you do it that makes you so good at your job, group number 3. You know, like, there are a lot of more talented musicians. There are a lot of more talented actors. There are a lot of more talented teachers. There are a lot more knowledgeable students, more smart, more knowledgeable, more capable than you. But the reason why you are in particularly standing out is because it's the way you make people feel. It's the way you make people feel. It is unmatched. How do you make people feel? Group number 3, I'm hearing like you make people feel extremely empowered and confident and seen. Like, people feel confident and good in your presence, which is why you are so popular and you're so good at what you do. And even if there are people that are better than you, they are always going to choose you because you have an ability to bring out people's best and make them feel really good. That's just what I heard for you. Now, I kind of want to see, guys, what are you attracting? Like, I want to know, what are you attracting? Because remember, guys, with the law of attraction, as much as I love my job as a tarot reader and seer, I just feel like I need to put this little disclaimer. We manifest our reality, our material reality. We are co-creators of it. And some things are destiny, but a lot of it is in our control. So let's see. When you are consciously or unconsciously successfully manifesting in your reality in the month of September. So I'm seeing that you are being led to your dream home or decorating your home in a way that really expresses who you are. Group number 3. This is really important, group number 3. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of creative thinking and creativity is important for making money. But a lot of creativity is based on your environment. Like, your environment plays a huge role in how creative in your identity. Like, if you want to know, group number 3, I got this in my Patreon reading as well, which is very interesting. Your identity will always be mirrored back to you in your material reality based on how your living environment looks. If you want the universe to show you who it is that you truly are on the inside, because remember, guys, our soul is constantly evolving. Our soul is constantly growing. So we're not going to stay in the same identity for the rest of our lives. And if you are, that's not good, because the only thing that stops growing is dead things. Okay? So we're always going to be changing identities. This is why our favorite music artists, they can't stay the same. Because they're an evolving organic being. They're going to evolve identities, and every one of us are going to evolve identities. I know there's this one conspiracy about someone who everyone thinks is a clone because their identity evolved, but it's just a normal part of human growth. And group 3, if you think that, whenever you change identities, your living situation is going to reflect in your material reality who it is that you truly are and what your identity really is. Look at how your house is decorated. That is a physical, symbolic representation of who it is that you are on the inside. Now, like I was telling my Patreon readers, it's funny that this followed. If you are living in a place that's gross and disgusting, that might be a physical sign in your material reality, what's going on inward and spiritually, and it's time to start shifting your identity into being something that you actually like. Look at the way your house looks. Look at the structure of your house, how it's decorated. What is the situation like? It is a physical mirror in your reality of who you are on the inside. Because remember, the material reality is a projection of who it is that you are internally in your soul and in your energy. And a lot of the times people are like, oh, I want to do a pick a card on how people perceive me. I want to do a pick a card on who it is I really am. But your whole reality is giving you the answers. You don't even need to do a pick a card. And for you, group number 3, I'm going to do this for you, group number 3. First of all, for some of you watching, who you are, your identity is reflected to you in the way that your living environment looks. It is a symbolic representation of who your spirit is and who your vibe is, okay? So whenever you change identities, you might actually be changing homes or renovating your home or painting your home or like making embellishments to your home. This is because your identity is shifting on a spiritual level. Now, some of you, because this is a general reading, but I also picked up some of you, who you are is reflected to you based on your dating options. A lot of you guys who are single, if you want the universe to show you who it is that you are, look at the people that you are dating. Look at the people who are asking you out on dates. Look at the people that want to date you or people you are dating. Your identity is going to be reflected through those people coming up for you in September. Because I think that the universe, group 3, is ready to show you who it is that you are internally. Not through a pick a card reading, not through a psychic telling you, but you realizing that your material reality is a physical representation, like a solid representation of what's going on with you energetically. And who it is that you are, your vibe, the way you make people feel. Like, are you, if you have like a rock and roll 70s, 60s soul, okay, you're like a rock and roll Penny Lane type in your soul, you might actually manifest houses that are very bohemian and hippie and stuff like that. If you are very rigid and disciplined and structured internally as your identity, you're going to notice your environment is very structured and organized, okay? So I want you to really look at your living environment because the universe is going, hey, I'm showing you your identity right now. And I also think that your identity comes out through your creative, like the things you create creatively, that is also a material representation of who you are symbolically internally. I hope that made sense. Group 3, so a successful manifestation that's coming in for you is, I think that your identity is being revealed to you either one through a successful change in home, renovating your home. Maybe even some of you have been wanting more independence. I see that as well, like a blessing of independence. I just saw 1111. So guys, that is your angel number. And for the month of September, it's Mercury retrograde. I feel brain dead. I'm just like, actually. So, look out for the angel number 1111 in your reality in September. Now, When you see 1111, for you, it's going to mean that a new beginning is on the horizon for you. And I think that this new beginning is happening in your career. Absolutely. So 1111 is a signal to you that a new start is happening in your job sector. And what I wanted to say to you, group number 3, is I keep getting distracted. But, if your living situation doesn't have any decorations, no personality, and you might be like, is my identity boring? No, it just means you might need to spend some time alone cultivating your identity. If you are constantly surrounded by people and you never have any time alone, that's really going to hurt your identity, because your identity is formed by pursuing your interest, by spending time alone, by reading books that interest you, and also by your routines. Your routines, what you do daily consistently, create your identity. So if you are a singer and you sing daily, after a year, your identity is that of a singer, and it's going to start reflecting in your reality. Do you understand where I'm getting at that? Because I think that a lot of people think the material reality is just random fate of God. No, your reality is a reflection of what's going on internally. Nothing is a coincidence. And I think sometimes when we do pick a cards or we go to psychics asking, who am I? Who am I meant to be? You're meant to create that by following your interest. And if your living environment is bland, it might mean it's time to cultivate an identity. Spend an hour a day doing something that you like doing. Journaling, reading, writing. Next thing you know, you're journaling for a year and now your identity is a writer. Next thing you know, you have a typewriter. Next thing you know, you have books all over your house. Trust me, guys, this world is magical, and I want you to know that. And the people that you see, your environment is such a big, you want to know who you are, how people feel your vibe, how the world sees you. Just look at your reality. It tells you all the time. You don't even need to do tarot or pick a card. It's telling you. And I think that's a secret that you guys need to know. And it's not about finding your identity. It's about creating your identity. Creating it. What are your interests? Do those interests every day. You can't call yourself a writer if you don't write every day. You can't call yourself a musician if you don't do music every day, because your identity won't line up to that. If you want to become a writer, if you want to become an artist, if you want to become something, you have to do something, a routine every day that reinforces that identity. Otherwise, you're not going to be it. You're going to be what we call a poser. And if there is something that you are doing that's creating a reality that you don't, or an identity that you don't like, it's time to cut that routine out of your daily habit and replace it with a routine that supports the new person you want to be. Your identity is malleable. And I think I just saw 2222. Okay, so your second angel number is 2222. Holy Spirit, can you please tell me what 2222 means for the group number 3 viewers? It means some changes are on the horizon for you. Whenever you see 2222, this is also a sign to focus more on your marriage. If you guys are married and you see 222, it might mean that the universe is telling you to focus on growing your marriage, focus on your marriage. And also some changes are about to occur in your life. This might also be a sign for those of you who are single to stay celibate until you find the one. You don't know what kind of where people have been. You shouldn't trust people like that. It's better to be celibate. Being celibate is, first of all, it makes your manifestation ability rise. You don't have people's funky energy and you can't trust people. So if you guys are single, this is a sign to stay celibate and virginal until you meet someone who's worthy of you. Not for any purity or morality reason, but for your spiritual and physical health, because you don't know where people have been. You can't trust people. If you can't trust someone as far as you can throw them, you should not be having sex with them. I'm sorry, you just shouldn't, okay? So this is a message of love and intimacy for you, group 3. And one thing I do see is I see a lot of people from your past coming back for you, in the month of September. It is Mercury retrograde. A lot of my Mercury retrogrades, no one from the past comes back for me. I mean, they used to, but not anymore. Because sometimes you grow out of them so much energetically, they can't even be on your reality plane anymore. But for you, group 3, Mercury retrograde is bringing back people from your past. You can expect people you haven't talked to in a while, exes, people you forgot about who you're not in contact with anymore, all of a sudden showing right back up with this Lover card in reverse. I think a lot of you are going to have an ex reach out, or an ex hookup reach out, or an ex, someone you used to think was your twin flame or soulmate is going to reach out to you in September. I really sense that, guys. Okay, but I sense that. Let's get some other hints about your September. This is going to be a month of celebration for you. Lots of parties, lots of celebrations, and also self-love. And the only thing I think that's messing with you is your money. But almost I'm getting the sense a lot of you just don't care about money anymore. Either money is slow or that's just not your number one priority. Money is no longer your number one priority. It's not like it doesn't energize you as much. You don't care about it as much. Money is not like the one thing that you really want now. It's almost like this, I don't really care. I mean, I want money. Everyone wants money. It makes it easier. You might want money, but it's no longer your main focus. It's almost like, let's see what your main focus is instead. We have the moon, Pisces. I think that your main focus is you. Pisces, what does that mean? I'm actually stumped. I have no idea what that means. I think spiritual wealth is more important to you. Feeling happy, feeling abundant is more important than the actual number in your bank account. I just heard that. Spiritual wealth, feeling wealthy is more important than the set number in your bank account. So you might have the opportunity to make more money, but you might actually turn it down because it gives you more stress or more frustration. And you're like, that's not worth it to me. I would rather feel spiritually wealthy. I'd rather spend time in nature. I would rather, spend time in nature in a peaceful environment rather than make more money. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling for you, really. But also, I don't think you're going to have to worry about money either, because I think that the reason why money is tighter is because your money situation is changing for the better. And sometimes when God puts blessed changes in our life, sometimes it's really stressful. God's like, okay, you've been praying to make more passive income. You've been praying to make more money, and I'm putting the changes in your life to make it happen. And you're getting uncomfy. No, the things are changing. Never mind. And it's this has to happen for what you prayed for to happen. So just have faith. Your money's going to be okay. Listen, you're not going to go without. It's just a period of change, which is scary. What you need to know is if you are doing something that energizes you, if you feel passionate, if you feel joy, the law of attraction is going to take care of you so much. The kiss of death for your abundance, the kiss of death for your manifestations is if you are doing a job you fucking hate. If you are doing something that makes you vibrationally miserable, guess what? Ain't no manifestation coming through. Ain't no money coming through. It's going to dry up like a well. So a good sign you're on the right path is if you're feeling optimistic, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling good about yourself. Your material reality takes a little bit of time to manifest that, but if you're feeling that, just know abundance is right over that hill, okay? Now, I want to hype you up before you guys. Let's one blessing. I want to hype you up first. I want to remind you why you are amazing. And I also want to give one blessing that's coming for you in the month of September, group 3. What one blessing is coming for you? Motivation to finally start going after what you want. You're finally going to start taking action on what it is that you want for the future. You're no longer procrastinating. You're no longer saying tomorrow. You're no longer like dreaming and planning. You're actually taking action on making your dreams a reality in the month of September. Okay, you're done manifesting, you're done wishing, you're done hoping, you're done praying. You are finally actually putting action towards what it is that you want, and you have the motivation and energy and courage to go after your dreams. Is it going to be successful with the Two of Cups? Yes. I think going after your dreams is going to actually in some way help you run into a major soulmate. But out of curiosity, group 3, what is your soulmate like? Because I think you taking action towards your dreams, like actually going towards them instead of just dreaming about it, is actually going to make you run into a major soulmate, like friendship or romantically. What are they like with the Exorcist card? This might be someone, your soulmate may actually be someone who has a troubled past, like your BFF, for those of you who are taken, or your romantic soulmate might actually be someone who had a troubled past but turned their life around. That's what I honestly feel from these two cards as a hint of who your best friend forever is, or who your romantic soulmate is that you're going to meet on the path as you pursue your dreams. I think that there's someone with a troubled past who turn their life around, and that's a major hint about them. Okay. So that is all that I have for you. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.